What's up, family? For those of y'all that don't know me, my name is Marcus, or you can call me Kosher or King Kosher. And first off, I just want to thank you for checking out this video. I really do appreciate it, and I hope that you can find something useful in it. So this video is basically just okay. So what it is I'm working on one of the projects that I'm working on is something I've come to call a garden box, which is basically just a box made out of different scrap woods that I found, and ultimately I'm gonna be able to kind of use that as a symbol or a space to grow something like a garden, but without taking up too much space, just just to kind of challenge myself a little bit and to prove to myself, but also to anybody who didn't, anybody who can accept it, or what I'm saying, prove that it can be done just from like starting from barely anything, or common stuff, and then just going from there, so yeah, that's what this video is. And it was like kind of recorded, the scenes or shots of it is like recorded at different times and stuff throughout, so I'll probably like kind of jump in and out and kind of explain it if need be, but yeah. Okay, so what that one was about was just like, so earlier, meaning like earlier in time, like before I started recording these scenes, I had started this project, but I was doing it a little bit differently. And what I did was I was able to like pull the nails out and you know take the whole piece of wood and just have the nail holes in it. But this piece now, when I was trying to do it in that video you just saw, it was kind of hard to get to the nails to even be able to pull them out. So I was using the hammer to try to kind of pry the two pieces of wood apart to kind of be able to get to the nail a little bit better. So with that one, I was doing it with the hammer like in the first scene you seen, and then I was thinking like, I couldn't really tell if it was working or not. So then I decided to kind of try to think about it and see if I could try a different method and see if I could improve the efficiency of what I was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? And I said it like that to kind of point out, like that was just one of the different things, one of the different pieces of information I gained in this experience. So just with that clip, the chisel thing kind of wasn't working how I thought it was. Again, like maybe it was, I just couldn't tell. So I was like, all right, let me think about it again, see what other ideas I can come up with. And I came up with the idea to put that hatchet in there and do that, what you saw in the video there, the clip there, and it kind of worked a little bit more, you know? So the hatchet idea kind of worked well enough for me to like try to use it, or initially planning to use it like throughout the whole thing, but then as I got to certain other spots, I realized that idea wouldn't really work there. Just with the way the wood was, it's kind of like old beat up wood. It's like scrap wood in my eyes. So certain spots that method wouldn't really like be the most efficient. So yeah. So I was trying it a few different ways, but the wood is kind of very old, really, and it's been out in the rain a couple times, and it rained recently, so I was pulling the nails off, and some of them was like breaking off and stuff. But I also tried to like drill here and then like break this piece off to try to get to the thing more, but all of that was more trouble than it's worth, really, because I realized some of it's cracked in different spots anyway. So I figured I could just cut the pieces out that I need, really. So I've been cutting on this one, and hopefully you can just get it out here. Just cut the pieces out that I need. Like this piece right here is about the size that I could use. So I think I'm gonna do it like that for the rest of them, just to avoid all the unnecessary work, because the end product ain't gotta be like perfect wood, just enough to hold the shape and structure. So for a second there, I definitely almost forgot I was on doing this on camera and stuff. But what I'm doing now, since I know what I'm gonna do with that other piece over there, I'm kind of putting a vision together. So I had this other piece here, so I took one of these pieces off and I split it in half or whatever, and then now what I'm doing is I'm taking it and I'm using the length of my finger from the start of my thumb as a measurement, and then I'm going from there and I'm marking down, and I'm gonna do a couple of them, and I'm gonna use it to join the wood together. Okay, so just finished marking it off where it's gonna be cut at, and I wanted to record and say, looking at this, it just made me realize, if an individual was so inclined and if they kind of knew a little bit what they was doing, knew which direction they was going, they could definitely make a guitar just out of wood. And I guess probably a certain type of string and stuff, but just seeing these just really made me see like, oh yeah, guitar is just wood and some other stuff. It's definitely possible to make it because it's an idea, It's possible for you to generate and recreate ideas. So, and that goes as far as you can see. It applies to whatever you can apply it to. What's up, family? So I'm still working on the project with the basically just making a garden box kind of thing, but I ended up finding another piece of wood. Somebody was throwing out another pallet, so I'll probably do some more projects. Also, I ended up coming across this at Goodwill for like $5, right? And then I went to another store and grabbed the blade for it. But yeah, we're gonna add this in the works and see how it go. See how it go. I think I'm gonna need to figure something out here. I'm glad I got that on camera though, I guess. Well, that was I'll say seemingly unfortunate, but I said it like that too because like it's not even really too bad. I'll say I was blessed to be in a position where I had both, but as I was going to get by both I meant like I had an electrical and a manual. And ironically enough, the manual one cost more than the electrical one. I guess, well, maybe it's because that one just did what it did. Anyway, as I was going to get it, it made me like think about the, I say, concept of like technology versus natural, or I guess maybe manual in this case, but still like the concept of people relying too much on technology and stuff, even like the internet, Google, you know what I mean, right? So it's like that was a clear example of why that's probably not gonna be fully sustainable, maybe, or your best bet or something like that, because it's like, as you can see, stuff can malfunction. That type of technology can malfunction. I guess any type of technology can malfunction, because I was thinking of the nature aspect, as in like us, like it wasn't this saw that saved me in that situation. It was the manual or natural aspect of my mind to be like, yeah, I got one, but I might as well get the other one too, instead of having the mind that says I'm just gonna get this one and not even consider anything else. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but I guess that was all that need to be said, I guess, right there. So yeah, man, we gonna do this the fun way. It's hard to do and record, but you see where this going. I'm gonna try to use all of these. Try to salvage every piece I can. Maybe I'll be able to get this too, and then I'll probably do the same thing on that one over there. Maybe I'll have to do it all by hand, but I'm cool with that because, you know, it go how it's supposed to. All right, got a piece of it off, or a half, or a side, whatever you want to call it. But I will say, I done got this sweaty, if you can see it out. But you know, it was definitely some work, and it made me think. I was doing it like the manual way. It's definitely some work, but it actually was worth it to me. Like, I guess if you're gonna do the manual way, you gotta have that mentality of that type of lifestyle, because to me, like, I haven't really worked out how I wanted to in a couple days due to a quote-unquote injury, but doing this is like it's definitely a workout, you know. And it's not like I'm dependent on this to be my workout, but when you in this lifestyle, you already know, like, when you work out, if you stop, you kind of got to ease back into it sometimes, you know, especially if you stopped and you was doing some intense type workouts. So in a way, this is like getting my body back used to the trauma, I'll say, of working out. So the natural way actually turned out to be more beneficial in, you know, multiple different ways, even though the technology way would have been easier and probably even preferred. So I guess what I'm saying is they both got pros and cons. If you like denying one for the other completely, that's unbalanced. So I just cut the other side, and I want to come on and say, like, talk about the concept, or the part about, like, the second time it was easier, and that's with a lot of different things, but like with this, it's the second time it was easier, and the reason why, and I guess the reason why with all those other things too, is because this time I'm coming into it with experience. This time it's like, or the first time when I was doing it, I was doing, you know, I was basically trying different things to figure out what works best. And then in that, I learned some things. I learned this works best, this doesn't. When I turn it like this, it gets stuck. When I do it like this, it goes smooth. If I go this kind of pressure doing it, you know, so I'm learning and I'm getting information, and that information translates into experience, you know. And it's like, when I did it the second time, it was easier because I was changed by that information, changed by that experience, right? So my point is, your experience can change you. And another secret, you can change your experience. You could even create your experience. So that right there is deep, but it's, if you can see it, it's familiar if you've been around this channel enough. But I'm saying, like, you can create your experience, and your experience changes you. Like, the things you experience affect you in a way that alters you. And okay, that's one statement by itself. Now, that's one statement, and if you find it true, okay. Now, the other statement I'm saying that I believe and perceive to be true is you can create or generate or arrange circumstances in order to build or generate or create an experience. You can create an experience. You can arrange an experience. If I say, well, you get it. You get it. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm not even going to explain it, so that you can, you know, take it within you and do it, you know, and roll it around and gain what you got to gain out of it. So yeah, your experience changes you. Your experience can change you, and you can change your experience. All right. So with that being said, once again, I really do appreciate you checking out the video. And I just ask that if you feel the information in the video is kosher, that it is genuine or legitimate, that you just give it a like, comment, subscribe, and or share the link for the video in an effort to present the information to someone else in hopes that they too can find something useful in it. All right. And for anybody that wants to keep up with me on any social media, I'll post my Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram in the description. And as far as YouTube, when you subscribe, if you click the bell icon, YouTube will notify you whenever I post any new content. All right. So thanks again. I love you. And I'll see you when I see you.